Wu-Tang's in the building, baby. Guys, I have been hyped for this figure since announcement. And when you first looked at it, I was like, it's okay, I know, a lot of kibble. But then the in-hand images came out, and it looks so much nicer. And this character is so iconic. He carried the humor in this film. He's my second favorite Autobot in Rise of the Beasts. And we finally have an official Porsche licensed Giga Chad. My boy Mirage is in the house. Let's get into it.
Alfonso, this is Optimus Prime. Transform and roll out.
What's good, Alfonso Nation? Welcome back, everybody in here and everybody out there all over the place to Teletraan unboxings. Y'all, we have freaking made it. Freaking Mirage, licensed Porsche. I cannot get over it. Your boy is hyped like no other. Primal and Mirage were my two most anticipated figures, kind of going forward after we got 102 Prime. And this dude is freaking finally here. I'm so excited. Now, I know he doesn't look perfect from the pictures. He's got a lot of kibble, a lot of chunk in that bunk. But it doesn't matter because he looks so nice in his Porsche mode. He has nice silver paint applications, and he is an essential character for a Rise of the Beast collection, considering how heavy of a presence he had, how important he was in the movie to the overall plot, just, you know, and connecting with the fans and Noah Diaz. I mean, it was amazing. The movie was fantastic, and this character was no exception. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Studio Series 105 Deluxe Class Autobot Mirage. Yeah, baby. I managed to get him at an online store that actually had only 2 left in stock when I checked. Well, actually, my friend found it. He said there's 2 left. He grabbed one. I was like, give me the link. Give me that yoink right. I yoinked that link and I yoinked the last one, and it actually arrived. Paid actually MSRP for it. Paid the regular, I think it was like 20 something or 30 bucks. I don't know. It was it was $20 or $30, and so it was really awesome. I had to snag it, you know, because he's not in my area right now. I've been toy hunting for the past week and a half, not in my area whatsoever. So I was like, you know what? I just can't wait for this anymore. I'm dying for these figures. You know, there's some things I'm willing to wait for, but there's some things I'm just not. And this guy, I just wasn't. Here we go. We got him beautifully looking right here. You have the Transformers badge. You have the concept art, looks like, because he's got his battle mask, which he never actually used in the film, but it's all right. It's okay. It's cool. He is number 105. And yeah, Mirage. We actually have Mirage. We have the profile look there. There he is. This here, this is the profile of him. Pretty much the same look. And then on the back, beautiful robot art mode and that beautiful Porsche licensed freaking sticker. Let's go. His bio says, Mirage and Noah speed through the streets of New York City to outrun the police. I can't wait to get him out. Let's go. Pete Davidson did a fantastic job, by the way. And like I was telling people when he was first casted, oh my god, Pete Davidson, why would you put Pete Davidson on all people? And then he freaking killed it. He was perfect. I said, guys, they know what this character is supposed to sound like. They have the vision. So they just picked the celebrity that may sound closest, and he was the freaking best. He was perfect. And I hope to see more of Mirage soon in the sequel. Let's freaking go. Boom, 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 cha-boom, 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 cha. Ha, sicker than your average. Yeah, bro. Yes. Yes. I love him. I'm not even like, y'all, oh my goodness. The silver, it's the silver for me. Check him out, Autobot Mirage in his packaging. There's a lot of kibble, but it doesn't bother me too much. Like, I don't know, I guess it's a deluxe, so I'm not like expecting him to look like a freaking masterpiece. Oh man, Mirage looks good. I love it's the silver. That chrome is nice. That's a cool figure. He does have a lot of clear plastic though. Bro, I don't know what they thought. I mean, I know he has like the holographic, he's like this translucent holographic person. That's kind of like his thing, but in figure form, that's a quality concern. So I don't know if that's the reason they went with clear plastic, or if they did it to cut costs because of all the silver paint. or if it's the Porsche license, they have to just make it look as nice as they could with the Porsche because of the licensing. I have no idea, but it is a lot of clear plastic on this thing. But my goodness, what a beauty. I love the beautiful paint on this guy. The silver is beautiful. There's a lot of kibble. He's a lot of chunk. It's not really congruent with his on-screen appearance. You know, he was really slender. A lot of his parts concealed well. He kind of reminds me of like the night designs in like Age of Extinction and then Last Night, where you don't really see that many car pieces hanging off. You might see a wheel here and there, but you don't see a lot of the like actual completed, like the big car pieces, you know, the hood, the spoiler, that kind of thing. It really compressed well in the film, but in figure form, obviously that's a challenge. So, you know, if you put it into a $20 figure for retail, it's not gonna be the exact same, and that's what they did here. Now, they could have compressed this much better. If you look at the main line, it's a lot more slender. The pieces are like hidden well, and the output is not terrible. But I think, honestly, because this is a Porsche licensed product, they probably most likely prioritize the Porsche mode. I don't like the clear plastic. I have no clue why they did that. I understand for the windshield, I understand for some of the pieces, but there's a lot of trans clear plastic. And especially like his forearms, most of his arm, this entire arm segment, from front and back, the whole thing is clear plastic, and it's on a joint. I'm gonna be very careful with this guy. We've already seen where people have tried to transform him for the first time, and it's just not working out. So let's take a look at his accessory. He only has one. That would be the blaster. It would have been cool if he had two blasters. I don't know why he only has one. That makes no sense to me. He did actually double wield in the film, so it is film accurate if they would have included a second one. Here we go. This is the blaster, nicely molded. It's basically just molded plastic. It doesn't have any silver, so definitely planning on customizing this. And it's pretty much just like one-sided. It's not like a complete rounded cylinder. It's just kind of like this one side, and then the underside is probably where he's gonna have his arm. And I assume only his left arm, I believe, is the one that holds it the best. That's actually kind of cool. I don't think I dislike that. I mean, it really does compress really well with the arm, so it does kind of look like his arm transformed into the blaster. You don't see the hand too much unless you look under the arm, so it does have a pretty nice appearance overall. Let's take a look at the background real quick. It's gonna be a quick one because it's not anything like super special fancy. It's just basically like a Brooklyn background. It actually looks familiar. This is literally how it looks to this day in Brooklyn. It's really awesome. Like, getting to see this in person is crazy. Just like the overall like Brooklyn aesthetic, all the graffiti. When I went to New York, our hotel was right in front of a wall, a building that looked pretty similar to this, so that's kind of cool. I kind of like it. Let's get into the articulation. I'm going to be very, very careful here, but I'll just show off a little bit of it. His arm comes up, down, all the way around like this. There is some rotation at the elbow, well, more really at the shoulder. Arm does bend, nice 90-degree bend there. You do have some wrist rotation. It's on a mushroom, I believe it is. The leg comes out. Obviously, it's you got this big thing here, so you can move it maybe sideways for the leg to come out, or maybe long way. Okay, long ways looks like it's better. Leg comes all the way up like this. Nice. There's a lot of kibble. You gotta finesse him. You can kind of accomplish this, but you just have a lot going on with the kibble, so it kind of prevents him from doing much. There is a swivel at the waist, and then it does go back like this. The foot is on the ball joint, so you got a lot of movement there, up, down, and it rotates all around. And what really concerns me is that there's a lot of silver on those Porsche pieces. I don't want that silver to scratch when trying to articulate them and move them around. You know, the pieces rubbing against each other. I don't know how good the paint is, so I don't know how good it's gonna be. Mike Wazowski. The shoulder does move up and down like this. So you got shoulder movement. His head looks up a little, down a little, not too much, but it has left to right movement really nicely. Yeah, articulation is not the best because he's really, 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 like, just chunky, and It does hurt a little bit. You can't really move him too much, but you just gotta take your time, I assume, and you can probably get him into some decent poses, decent enough, but it doesn't really, like, represent how he was on screen. He was really flexible and could move around, and he had a lot of movement on screen because he had less, bulkiness to him. And now for some comparisons to show what he looked, okay, and he died. Now for some comparisons to show what he looks like next to other figures, other bots, in the Rise of the Beast collection in your shelf, on your mom. Here he is with the Studio Series Rise of the Beast core class Freezer. His name is not Ebenezer. Anyway, that's how they look. Pretty cool. He's not really a large figure, so he doesn't really have a big footprint. You can definitely see that he's not that much bigger, but he's a deluxe class figure, so you can't really say too much. Next up, here he is with the Studio Series Rise of the Beast core class. Over here, kitty. They is pretty decent. RC is just really tiny. I wish she was generally just a larger character in the film so that we could actually have a deluxe for her. But we have a core class. That's how they look together. Next up, here he is with the Rise of the Beasts deluxe class 100 Bumblebee. Yeah, now this is pretty cool. Bumblebee, that's one of my favorite Bumblebee deluxe figures in Studio Series, if not my favorite one. So seeing him finally alongside Mirage is really cool. We finally have our two scouts in the film for Rise of the Beasts. We just need Wheeljack. Bring on my boy Pablo Sweep. Next up, here he is with the Studio Series Rise of the Beasts Voyager Class 102 Optimus Prime. My boy Optimus Prizzle in the Stizzle. They look awesome. They just look fantastic. That Prime is my favorite. Oh my goodness. They look amazing, and honestly, I have very little complaints about that Prime, and he looks really great next to Prime. Him with a group is probably much nicer than him in, just solo. And I think that's where he shines the best. He shines the best alongside the other characters. Next up, here he is with the Studio Series Voyager class Rise of the Beast. Someone give me a real fight! Here he is with Battle Trap. Looks amazing. Battle Trap is such an underrated figure in this line. And Mirage and Battle Trap look amazing together. I just love the designs for these new characters. The car and truck characters, G1 style characters. The Maximals too. Everyone, they all just look great. I mean, the designs in this film is just amazing. And lastly, but not leastly, here he is with the guy he confronted head on, which is a shocker. That was a shocker to me, to see him confront Scourge. Rise of the Beast Studio Series Leader Class Scourge. My goodness, man, this was something. It was incredible seeing these two face off, because I thought Mirage was gonna kick the bucket right at the moment he arrived with Scourge. Given what Ape-Link had to go through, he died almost as soon as he touched Scourge. But the fact that Mirage even lasted as long as he did is a testament to how cool and smooth and skilled he is. So, really awesome to see these two face off, and the figure form is nice. They both are challenged, obviously, these figures. You got Mirage with a lot of kibble, then you have Scourge, he's the base level of his concept, not the film use design. So they're not perfect, they're not what they could be, but they captured the aesthetic good enough, and I am glad to see it. Overall, I love him. I honestly do. I have my complaints. I understand a lot of the criticism. He's not the best, but I think the silver looks great. The chrome looks great. The alt mode is where he shines. The alt mode is incredible. I got a chance to transform him, and the alt mode is beautiful. The silver chrome all over the blue stripe, baby. Just like Anthony Ramos said, the Autobot logo, I love the way the alt mode looks and compresses really nicely. It's a licensed Porsche. It is an officially licensed Porsche, which can pave the way. Maybe Masterpiece Jazz? We'll see what happens with this new licensing deal, but really awesome. Love both of them. Love how he looks in his Porsche mode. Probably gonna keep him in Porsche mode for a while. I don't know. We'll see. But I love him in both modes. I just wish the robot mode had more silver, had more detailing, and had less kibble. That's pretty much the gist of it. But other than that, he's a pretty decent snag for the price. If I had to rate Studio Series 105 Deluxe Class Rise of the Beast Mirage on a scale from 1 to 10, I am gonna have to give him a solid 7.5 out of 10. I think he's almost at an 8. There's some things with this thing that is challenged, but he's great. He's an iconic character in the film, and his head sculpt is really nice. I love the way his face sculpt looks. Glad we have the actual face and not the battle mask. And the Porsche mode is just incredible. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you're new, subscribe. And yes, let me know what you guys think about this figure in the comments below. And if I can find a link where you can get them online, I'll put it in the description. But I can't promise it because it's hard to find them at a good price. And I want you guys to have the best price possible. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks for watching. This is your Teletraan Unboxer. And I will see you all in the next one. Home team.